Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're in Los Angeles. We're one day out, and I'm going to run you through all the fucking food I made today. So, it's currently 2:15 in the morning. My body clock's a bit fucked as well, I just don't sleep that much these days. First meal's going to go down. I will make it all up, and we'll go from there, okay? Body weight was 93.9 kilos this morning, so like 2.5 kilos, 2.3 kilos off the weight cap. So we're able to feed up into weigh-ins, which is at 1 p.m. in 11 hours time. So yeah, we're all good. Anyway, let's get to making it. So we got around 150 grams of the Trained by JP cream of rice. Put that in the microwave, get it all frothy. All right, this will be 3 grams of pink salt, 3 grams of low salt. On the micro scales, because I'm obviously posing as a drug dealer. Low salt, and that is a engineered muscle pink shaker, pink salt shaker. Right, so in that we're going 25 grams away. Stick the pink salt in. Right, and then capping it all off, 100 grams of banana, 100 grams of strawberry, 15 grams of peanut butter, and then some cinnamon on top. Let's start eating. Okay, it's about 5:15 now. Meal 2, which is going to look really unappealing, but it's actually very nice. 100 grams of chicken, 80 grams of rice, 130 grams of pear, 30 grams of honey, and 20 grams of peanut butter. So another meal going in, and then we'll check in 2 hours how I look again. Reading Masters of Doom. This is about the guys that made the video game Doom. John Romero, John Carmack. Very interesting read if you're into video games. Obviously, you're going to need some video game vernacular and understanding in history in order to be able to understand it. But yeah, Doom, the most influential video game of all time, and how it came about, how it was made. All very fun. I've been reading a lot on this prep, just because I've been waking up so early. Reading, playing video games, and then this has become a habit as of late with cigars that were bought for me by my parents, and then they came back with some dailies, so some small ones, and yeah, it's the vice, sadly. Everybody's got something, and this is mine for now. Obviously, when prep winds back, I won't be doing it as much, but yeah, smoking, I like it. It's funny here, Anaheim, so right next to Disney. Obviously, it's completely family orientated. I've not seen anybody smoke. I've not seen anybody vape, which obviously coming from the UK, most people vape these days. But they sell cigars out of CVS, the pharmacy, the normal corner shop. Cigars, not just cigarettes. The cigarettes are branded. They still have all the branding on. None of the horrible pictures. It all looks very appealing. The other thing I have noticed here is there's no animals. The first animal I've just seen is a cat that wandered through here. But there's no birds. There's no bugs. There's nothing. And it's a bit like, we noticed this yesterday, it was a bit like, that's suspicious. What if you leave food out? There's no bugs. Nothing comes to eat it. And I'm there like, this park has been created purely for tourists, and obviously that's a very appealing environment. You don't want bugs around, fucking up the place. I don't know if it is the dry climate, which it could be, but there's no fucking birds. Surely you'd have birds coming and eating stuff, like seagulls in Britain. We're near the coast here. We're right near the... It's not far, but there's no fucking seagulls or anything like that. I don't know if they're not native to America, but like... Even a fucking pigeon. A rat. I've seen nothing. Mad. But it's super clean. Mega clean. There's like no rubbish anywhere or anything like that. But every other shop is a fast food restaurant. Like proper fast food. Like, I look at it and go, stomachache. But yeah, it's very nice, very appealing, especially in the day. Very warm, been sitting by the pool, it's been absolutely lovely, can't complain. But just little things you notice, you're like, that's a little odd, but it's pleasant. But you're like, how the fuck have you done that? So whatever. Anyway, smoking, reading, currently playing Mario Odyssey for like the 3rd time. And then I bought a load of games for my Switch, because obviously I brought my Switch with me, because of course I have. I'm here for 12 fucking days. And I've got Mario Odyssey, I've got Mario Wonder, which I never finished, another side-scroller jobby. I bought Rayman Legends, I started playing that, I was a bit like, I'll leave this. I bought the Spyro trilogy and the Crash trilogy, even though I've got them on PS4, just haven't played them. I feel like they're better handheld anyway. I have played a bit of them. I played Crash 1 and they got to Crash 2. I was like, bored now, it's too much game. But what I have bought, I've got Monster Hunter Wilds, the new one, but I've bought Monster Hunter Generations for my Switch because that is like original Monster Hunter plus Freedom Unite, all that sort of stuff. And it's how that plays. And I played that when I was a kid, and that to me is like how Monster Hunter plays, especially with World and how that was. Wilds is very different. Much quicker, less so about the hunting and more about just the killing of the animal, of the monsters. So I'll be interested to play that. And obviously a lot of people say if you've played the Monster Hunter games, this is like the ultimate Monster Hunter game in terms of the traditional way. So I'm excited to play that, but it's just getting around to it. It is just getting around to it. Went to Target here. Target's fucking fantastic. The first night we got here, we went to a Food for Less, and that was a bit like, is this the only supermarket around? It was quite a trek. Target's 20-minute walk. This whole place, America in general, built for cars. Nobody goes walking. Everything's a drive-through, or everything has a giant car park. And obviously, like the 40-mile-an-hour roads are 3 lanes wide, and everybody there's no speed cameras or anything, so people just do a speed, you know. And the traffic's a bit nuts around here because we're right next to LA. Well, but in LA, it's just a subsection of LA, isn't it? But yeah, it's all very eye-opening and all very interesting. But I am very much enjoying America. Very much like it. Feels like a home away from home. Obviously, all the music's the fucking same. The shopping's generally the same. And it's warm. So California's very nice. And, you know, potentially, holiday-wise, you know, I might even look to go to Florida or something like that because it's just nice. It is nice. And, you know, not too expensive or anything like that. And obviously, we're around Disney, so it's going to be more expensive than normal. But it's not out of reach. So I'm very much enjoying myself. Very, very chill. I'm very happy. So I will see you at the next check-in, and then we'll have another meal. All right, bye-bye. Okay, meal 3. 100 grams of cream of rice, 25 grams of whey, 100 grams of banana, 25 grams of cashews, 20 grams of peanut butter, and 30 grams of honey with some cinnamon on top. More fat because I'm just burning through the carbs pretty easy. I weighed in this morning at 93.9, had 2 meals. That went up to 95.1, just went out for a little bit of a walk, waited a bit of time, and then I'm back down to 94.3. So just burning through those carbs pretty quick, so I need a bit more fat in to hold. And then it's currently 10:15. We'll have another check-in around 11:30, 12-ish, and then weigh in at 1. So yeah, not long now till we get that all done. I need to go to Target in the meantime as well to pick up some bits. All weighed in, 208 pounds, 5'9". Food time. Cookie. Right, I'm back from tan. But I'm very cold. So we're about to put another meal in, which is 130 grams cream of rice, 50 grams of oats, 30 grams of honey, 30 grams of cashews, and 4 cookies. So big up on the feet because I'm fucking freezing. Like I'm in full length joggers and hoodie, so need some food. There are some extremely appealing scenes, so now I'm going to smash the shit out of that. Okay, it is about 6:20. Next meal time. We are 80 grams of chicken, 100 grams of rice, 200 grams of potato, 100 grams of banana, 30 grams of walnuts, and 30 grams of honey. No cookies in this one. So we'll get this down, and then I think I might go for a little walk. I need to get some more chicken, I think, and maybe some tuna, just some protein sources. So I'll just go for a little stroll up to CVS. We shall see. Quite tired now, quite sleepy, which is nice. But also aware that probably need to get the job done. Check in again at around 8 o'clock with Vicky, see what she says, and then go from there. Right, morning, ladies and gents. It's show day. We finished up last night with some rice cakes. I forgot to record because I was very tired. I needed to go to bed. So I had 4 rice cakes, a banana, and 20 grams of peanut butter. I just needed a little fill to finish off that day. We got a little bit more filling to do this morning, which is fine, which is perfect. It's 3 a.m. at the minute, and prejudging starts at 11, so we've got plenty of time. I've got my tan at 7, so loads of time to put some more food in, which is great. Perfect where we want to be. So happy. So I'll get on with the next meal, and you can see that one too. I'm sorry, it's all just been meals and meals and meals. I've just been focusing on getting it all in and done, rather than thinking purely about the cinematography of the video. Okay, it's 3:45. Order of the Phoenix is on, and we've got our meal one for show day, which is 80 grams of cream of rice, 40 grams of oats, 100 grams of banana, 30 grams of honey, 20 grams of peanut butter, and 10 grams of cashew nuts, and then sprinkled on top 30 grams of honey. I already said that, I think, and then some cinnamon. So I'll dig into this.
Great job, thank you. Next performer on stage, number 20, and 1.
Good morning. Right. Well, I managed to film a mere snippet of yesterday because it was a bit of a whirlwind, and I was very busy, and I was more focused on being a bodybuilder than I was on trying to become some sort of social media guru. So the result, medal. We came 5th place in my first pro show. So got a placing, got a first call out, got all that jazz. And yeah, I am fucking ecstatic about it. The reason I'm not shouting from the rooftops that I came 3rd place is because it's 2 a.m. I was really hoping that a big feed up would grant me the ability to sleep, but no. 4 hours again. Oh well, this is my life now. Where to begin? I've had such an outpouring of support, love from so many people that is just incredible. I cannot thank you all enough. Being here first pro show, feeling very underdog-esque, rather stock undervalued. Like, I don't think anybody realistically expected me to do that well. I think we aimed for a top 10 placing in the first pro show. Obviously here there was only going to be, initially there was only going to be 10 people, and I think it worked out 13 in the end. So heading into Detroit, I hope we can manage a top 10, and it will be some heavier competition there in terms of bigger names. But anyway, yesterday, yeah, I filmed the carb up for you, so that'll be in this video. I filmed most of it, some of it I just got on and ate, so sorry if I missed bits. But yeah, very successful carb up. I think I went from like, I weighed in at 208 pounds with clothes on, and that's after 3 meals, for fuck's sake. So the lowest I got to was 93.9 kilos. Sorry for the lack of conversion there, but that's what my scales were in, rather than pounds or in kilos. So 93.9, and then I think heaviest during said carb up, I got to about 95.4 on show day. And then didn't weigh myself from there because there was no fucking point. We landed it well, condition was good, everybody said, you know, you're fucking peeled, condition's great, and I was like, thank fuck for that was good. We already knew that, you know, my arse is fucking great cheese. Feedback was interesting, obviously got 5th place. Bigger legs, knew that one. That's always been my requirement, purely because of the knee surgery I had when I was a teenager, so it has continued to affect me, but I did grow them last off season, so it's just a rinse and repeat job there, which I actually couldn't be happier with, because by the end of last off season I really got proficient at training legs, so, and I really enjoyed it. It means training legs means harder work, and it means more food, and it means more sort of rewarding gym sessions in that sense. Like, they're harder, they're bigger movements, you lift more weights, you build more fatigue, but you feel fucking like a wild man doing that shit, which is always fun. So looking forward to that. Head judge did say could maybe come in 1 or 2% sharper, and I agreed with him. I've been flatter than this before when stepping on stage, but it is a case of holding the look at the same time. It's a balancing act at the end of the day, but if they want something that's a little bit flatter to then fill, as we did, fine. I do think it's more muscle maturity related than anything. Those guys that came first, second, third, even the guy that came fourth, his legs are fucking huge. South Korean guy, big. But all those guys, 1, 2, 3, you know, they are early 30s to mid, I think maybe even late, seasoned pros who have been around for a while, and obviously I'm still a rookie. So I do think I'm going to need probably, you know, a few more years to really bring that additional layering to my muscle, that real like hardness and density. Not that I said I'm not dense, but when you look at me on stage, there was certainly, you look at those guys and you then look at me, and they had like a different level of granite and roundness and fullness to me. I have as a judge says, very pleasant physique and very classic physique, which is exactly what we want. And now what we have to do is continue to build on that, which is just more bodybuilding, which is exactly where you want to be. So that's fantastic. Reminds me of that scene from Ford versus Ferrari, where they just lose Le Mans for the first time, and Henry Ford II hauls Carroll Shelby into the office, and he's like, why don't I just fire all of you fuckers? And he's there like, well, I've got you exactly where you want you. You know, we might have not achieved these certain things, and we might not even finish the race, but we did 220 miles an hour down the Multown Straight, and Enzo Ferrari ain't never seen that shit before. So, not to say that, you know, I have a physique which is no one's ever seen, or give them something they've never seen before, but it's a case of, that's very classic. You could do something with that, and it's like, yeah. So I'm happy, very happy, and obviously on to Detroit next weekend. I just try and bring a little tighter, maybe. I'll discuss with Vicky over the forthcoming days. I had a really nice meal out last night. Met all the competitors, really, really nice. We went for a drink with Luke, who is the German guy that came just behind me. So I was 5th, he was 6th. We had a good chat backstage, so yeah, and we're actually going today So me and Mum were going to do this anyway. We're going on a tour through LA, so we've got to get to Santa Monica in the morning. And I said to Luke, do you want to come? He was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? So meet new friends. He's going to drive us down there because he's got a car rented. So we're going to go do that today. That's an early start. I say early start, it's middle of the fucking day for me. We went to a restaurant last night called Morton's, which was like this high-end sort of New York style steak place, and I'd already eaten a fair amount over the last day or so, and then obviously post show had half a Ben & Jerry's and a few cookies that I had lying around. I went to the restaurant and fuck me, the portion size is large. Had the smallest steak they could do, an 8 ounce, and I think if I'd had a 12 I would have burst. Had like this crab thing on top of the steak. Oh my fucking god, amazing. Then we had some plain chips because they do like truffle chips with Mum's lactose intolerant, so we can't have that with the Parmesan truffle chips, sadly. Not that I needed any more additional fucking calories. And then we also had some Brussels sprouts with it, and fucking hell, you know, they were huge and they tasted unfucking real. I felt like I hadn't had a vegetable in about 2 days because of the nature of the carb up. So I was like thankful for some greenery. It was very nice. And then dessert, because of course I got to look at the dessert menu. It was like this famous chocolate cake thing, but it said it takes half an hour to prepare, and I was already falling asleep. So I was like, no. So I had the cheesecake, which had candied walnut on top of it, New York style cheesecake. Fuck me. I couldn't finish it. I got most of the way there, but fuck me, it was good. I haven't taken a photo of it because I was too busy fucking eating it. But, you know, when you're just eating something, you're like, oh, this is just outrageous. But it's been a bit of a whirlwind. We are in LA until Thursday morning, and then I fly up to freezing fucking cold Detroit, which will be fun. But I'm going it solo. But I'm only there for 3 days, so that'll be nice. Mega happy with the performance. There was a lot of people obviously wanting to know me versus Jack and make that a topic of conversation. And you know, it's great for social media, but it's each individual bodybuilder versus all the other individual bodybuilders, and it's just about cracking on. Your time will come eventually. First year of competing, please don't expect people to come top 5 at the Olympia in their first fucking year. Don't expect me to be at the Olympia anytime like in the next year or so. Yeah, it'd be amazing, but you know, just come top 5 in a show that isn't massive. So realistically, if I were to do another show next year that also is of a similar ilk, maybe I'd hope for a top 3 and get some prize money. I wouldn't be like I'm going to the Olympia, you know, unless I make some crazy improvements and really do start showing my true colours and what I can do. But again, that comes down to what goes on. So I do think if by some magic that I'd won that show and they were looking for the most classic physique and that sort of thing, and I'd qualify for the Olympia, I would feel thoroughly out of my depth going to the Olympia. I would go, but I would just be making up numbers, which I would happily do. Stage-wise, I'd be there like, right, I'm not ready for this. I'd much rather, you know, hang back and when you go to the Olympia, you know, be ready to be at the Olympia and actually potentially place well. So yeah, I don't want any expectation of people being like, oh, you'll be at the Olympia soon, bruv. So I'll be at the Olympia when I get to the Olympia, and that will take the time that it takes. So no rush. I don't want to rush this process. It's a fantastic sport. It's a fantastic process. And coming here specifically to California to do this show, yeah, it's cost me some money, but it's been worth every penny. Meeting new people, having the experience of an international show, having the experience of America, it's great. You know, obviously I'm not living here. I'm just in a hotel bloody room. But the way it's worked out, and it's sort of home away from home, it feels, it's great. I'm having an absolute ball. If I haven't mentioned, it was actually my late grandfather's birthday yesterday, and Mum was in the audience, and she's there like, Dad was speaking to me yesterday. So yeah, my grandpa was a cigar smoker too, and apparently I have the exact same habits in terms of when I'm smoking, which is kind of cute. But yeah, he died 2 weeks out from a show in 2022, and it fucked my head up. Without me knowing, I thought I was fine, but yeah, it really screwed me up, especially with being on the protocol I was on at the time, and all the drugs, and it was just a job in London, and etc. Lots of emotion and not enough maturity or proper guidance. So, yeah, anyway, obviously lost grandfather then. I lost my Nana 3 weeks out from this show, but this is different this time. So managed to handle that one a bit better. I'm not wearing the ring at the minute, it's on the side, but Nana was with me yesterday. Big time. Oh, compose yourself, boy. Yeah. She was a very, her and my grandfather on that side, they were both very operatic people. They put on plays and operatic societies and that sort of thing, so very dramatic, and it's definitely where I get my flair and probably my outrageous accent. And yeah, Nana was her funeral was actually such a celebration of life. Like, I've been to other funerals and people are somber, but she had so many friends, and everybody there felt like a true friend, and they all knew her. There was no one there who didn't know who Brenda Kent was, and they all had a deep connection to her. But she was a very stout, strong, tall, elegant, driven woman, and people got on with her. They liked her, and she was a doer, and that's all you can sort of hope to be. I think in life is to be someone who has a lot of friends, but has an opinion and is strong-willed, and cracks on with what they need to do, and as well as the whole thing of enjoying the stage and having a voice and being a little bit more on the eccentric side of things, which I think we can afford to do. So yes, she was there. She was with me. It's always helpful. Good support. So yeah, met all the guys, had a good time. Seeing Luke today later. Jesse Strand, he's a great guy to chat to, sit there, had a good talk with him, gave him a cigar afterwards, hope he enjoyed it. If you watch this, Jesse, hope you enjoyed it. Don't inhale. All the other guys as well. Hamza, second, he was great. He was a good laugh, we had a good chat. The guy that won, Nick, he was a good lad. Again, he had some wicked hair, blonde hair, very cool. And the tan he had, I think he'd done himself, but it was all like, you see a normal tan, which is like a gold one, and sometimes they can get a bit washed green. His was like silver almost. It was like, ooh, you look cool as fuck. Whereas we're all there in the normal tan, which is a bit sort of muddy, and he looked like shiny. It was like, ooh, you look good. Came third. Oh yeah, third. Oh fuck it, I can't remember his name. He's a big lad though. They really went for the muscle. It was a great day, and I can't be thankful enough. So yes, it's over and out for the show day Carb Up vlog. It's been real. Muscle contest, Anaheim, California, wrapped up, and now it is all about having a little bit of chill time, and then pushing on into good old Detroit, Motor City. Hopefully you can follow along on the adventures. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed my silly little vlog. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you when I do. All right, bye-bye.